Hello and welcome to episode 2 of your magic trick tutorial. Now the Grey Zamboni did a horrible job at showing you what the magic bag trick is, so we are going to teach you how to do the magic bag trick right now. What you're going to need for this is 2 identical lunch bags. Super easy to get. Go to the store, buy a stack of them. They come in packs of 50. Just get 2 bags. You're going to need some scissors. Now this is where you're going to need your parents' help if you're doing it at home. Don't do this by yourself. Get your parents' help with the scissors. You're gonna need some props, like you can get feathers, or a couple playing cards, or whatever you want to produce out of the bag. So the first thing you want to do is you're gonna need 1 bag just for the bottom flap. So what I do is very carefully just trim off the bottom. You don't need that. Now what you're left with is this little shell right here. You don't need the upper parts of the shell, so you're just going to trim down like that. And you're just going to start cutting around. You can see that. Let me get the camera in here. You're just going to start cutting around the edges. You're looking for just the bottom section of this bag. This is the part that hides what you're trying to produce or put into the bag. There's actually a cool bonus feature to this bag that I'm going to show you in just a second. So there we go. And finally, remember, get your parents' help with this because, hang on, there's a bird in the room. Never mind, can you hear that bird? I didn't hear it either. All right, so this is the part you're looking for from the first bag, just the very bottom of the bag, okay? Now take the second bag, and you're going to put your hand in it, where it's just like this, okay? Now, what you're gonna do is I like to take and fold this bag down just like that, okay? Fold it just like that towards flat. All you're gonna do is you're gonna take and cut just like that. So there's now a little hole in the bottom of the bag that looks just like this. You see that? Now that the hole's cut in the bottom of your bag, you're going to take this flap right here with the crinkle side out, because this is the bottom, that's the top. Put the top side up, you're going to put it back into your bag, cover the hole in the bottom, so it looks like this. Looks like this on the bottom. And here's the cool thing. You can take a card like the 6 of hearts here, and you can simply slip it in just like that. Okay? Ahead of time. You can do it ahead of time, or you can do it live in front of people. It takes a little practice. So it looks like that on the inside. So on the bottom, you can see there's a card there. Okay? Now you can tell your folks, all right, we're going to take this empty bag here. We're going to take this card. I'm going to put it in the bag, but as you reach down, as you're pushing this card into the bag, you don't let go of this card. You're going to take this finger and you're going to push the flap up, just like that, okay? So as you bring this card down, you're feeding this card into the bottom, just like that. With the other hand, you're grabbing the other card, and as you go to pull your hand out, you're going to flip that flap right back down into the space, okay? That way, as you pull the card out, it's the new card. The bag is empty. In reality, you've already swapped it. Okay? Now here's the cool part. You can do this live. So say a kid pulls this out of the bag, right? And you take and he puts it on the table, right? And you can, now there's many ways to do this, but you can somehow get this card into here just like that, okay? You can do it through sleight of hand. That's another trick for another day. You can do it through any number of ways, but get the card that they pulled, that they signed, get it into this bag, get it into the bottom down there, and that way your trick is prepped, okay? So that way the card looks like this. The card that they chose, that they signed and drew all over, it looks like that. Your hand's right here. You show up on the empty bag, right? Nothing up your sleeve, right? The card is gone, the one that they picked. You reach into the bag, and you're simply going to take this, you're pushing your finger, right? And you produce their card. And at this point, you can push the flap back down to reuse the bag, or you can crumple the bag up, burn it. Don't burn it. Kids, don't play with fire. Okay, here's a secret bonus you can do with a little added flair, such as a bunch of feathers. What you want to do is you want to preload your feathers into the bag, put them all down in there, then take your flap, put it on the top. Now it's really important when you put this down in there that none of the feathers poke out like they like to do, okay? So like that, for instance, just make sure they're all tucked in there. You want to keep your hand over it so none of them fall out, okay? So you can see empty bag, and you can say, see this one lone feather? Now this feather is really cool because it's red, which is like your heart. And when you give someone joy or love or anything like that, you drop it in there. Now watch what happens. Now what you're gonna do is you're gonna don't take your hand away so the feathers fall out, but you want to take and grab that flap with your finger and push it to the side. And that way, when you dump out this, just like that, okay? So the way I did that was I just reached in there and I just grabbed the flap with my 2 fingers. So it looks like this on the inside. And I just dumped out all the feathers. That's how you use the secret bag trick. Enjoy, have fun with it, and we'll see you next week.